All right, we will call the Board of Selectmen meeting, regular meeting on December 16th, 2025, to order at 6:31. This was our regular meeting postponed from last week of December 9th. So pretty much the same agenda. We did add a few things. Secretary's report. Did you both have a chance to review minutes from regular meetings of 10/28 and November 25th?
I reviewed them. I make a motion to approve October 28, 25 and November 25, 2025.
A second.
Second. Okay, a little discussion. Somebody did point out that on number 2, November 25th, number 2 meeting on our agenda, sorry, but it's number 10D. It should be not elevate, it should be alleviate. It was the drainage issue for the school. So we'll just make that one correction of and I did also notice John Winthrop was spelled Jon, so you have to add the H.
Yeah.
Yeah. But little things like that, but otherwise, so that's great. So all in favor?
Aye. First time or wonderful?
Awesome. Yeah, audience of citizens, we don't have anyone joining us. We have a few online. I see 2 folks. Anybody online want to address the board?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Cassie, we have 2 online. Okay, sorry about that. Appointments. So we have Brittany Ray, also known as Brittany Ray Gagnon. So I have to clarify her name. She said that was just a question the town clerk had. She's a registered voter, so but we didn't know if she was going by Brittany Ray because her email came that way, but her voter registration is Brittany Ray Gagnon. So we'll have to just clarify that. But she wrote a nice letter interested in joining both the Deep River Sustainable Committee, which she has been basically a pretty active non-member for about 3 or 4 months now, helping with the thin plastic collection and all that. She'd also like to be on the Transfer Station Committee. So I don't know if you want to take all the appointments together, but then Sarah Makowicki, we had voted to move her forward for planning and zoning. And then somebody resigned from that board, so now we have a term to expire 12/1/2027. So we had approved her to be at the town meeting tomorrow night for 12/1/2026. So we'd like to just extend that 1 more year because she's very qualified, and that way we have a great volunteer. We might as well kind of commit them a little longer. So she can't change her mind in a year.
I think it's a good idea, but can we do that though?
Yes.
We can do it?
Yeah,
Even though the town meeting's already been...
No, we put this in the town meeting, anticipating that this would get passed tonight. If not, then the town clerk told me tomorrow night we could just change the term of that because, again, it had already been voted on at that October meeting or November meeting. So.
No, I had a chance to speak with Brittany. I asked her, I don't know how she can have time raising 6 boys and a business, but very energetic young lady, and so I'm good with it.
Okay. And Cynthia?
I didn't, we text messaged back and forth, but didn't connect. But if Dwayne has talked to her, then.
Okay, and I have talked to her too
Yeah.
because I met her actually when she was picking up the thin plastics one day.
Okay.
And then I put 2 and 2 together when I got her email. I was like, oh, she's already been doing that.
And
Okay.
Sarah, I'm good with Sarah. We've already had her already, so.
Yeah, she was an alternate for a little while, and then we had a space open, so we had voted to move her up, but now we're just changing the term, but basically.
Sure.
Okay, so can I have a motion?
I'll make your first motion.
Oh, go ahead. I'll second. You go ahead.
I'll make a motion for Brittany Ray Gagnon to serve on the Deep River Sustainable Committee, Brittany Ray Gagnon on the Transfer Station Committee, and Sarah J. Makowicki to Planning and Zoning, change the date of the term to expire 12/1/2027.
Okay, second?
I can second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Excuse me. Okay, then a reappointment. Jonathan Kasner, who originally had said he was thought he might be done, he would like to stay on as an alternate member for Planning and Zoning. And at this point, he would be the only alternate, so we do still need to fill at least another slot there, or maybe there's 2. But that's always very important to have that alternate member that can be seated if they need it. Right. So I need a motion to reappoint Jonathan.
I'll make a motion to reappoint Jonathan Cashner to Planning and Zoning alternate member, term to expire 12/1/2028.
Okay,
I can second that.
okay. Any more discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye. And both of those will be at the town meeting tomorrow night.
That's correct. Okay, holiday stroll follow-up, which should be kind of a wrap-up. I just wanted to, again, give a shout-out to Park and Rec. They did an amazing job at organizing everything, and a shout-out to all our sponsors. Howard Tree Service, again, was able to do so much with putting up the Christmas tree, and our resident on Pent Road who donated it, Mr. Rudowitz, I believe his name is. But a lovely tree, gets a lot of compliments on the tree, perfect shape and everything. So thank you to Howard Tree for doing all that. They volunteer their time and crew to go to cut it down, bring it here to town. They clean up the person's yard so there's no sticks or anything. I mean, they really spend a lot of time. They put the lights on, and then they were back today actually because we had a bunch of strings go out. So again, they volunteered their time. They brought back their big cherry picker kind of truck, I guess. I forget what it's called, but yeah. So Deep River Fire Department, of course, brought Santa Claus and participated in the parade, and the Deep River Police. So thank you to everybody. Great. I think they had the most floats, or was right up there with one of our biggest parades. So. And we all got to serve as judges, and that was pretty
Yes.
cool.
And floats were good.
Congrats to the winners. I think Howard Tree was one of the winners. Full Pen Fabrication, and then I believe it was Chargers football and cheer squad or something. So congrats. Everybody join next year. We need a bigger and bigger. Okay, approval of Board of Selectmen for our meeting dates. We just have to officially vote on those. I didn't see any that fell on a holiday, but if something comes up, we can always reschedule a meeting, but it does have to be filed with the town clerk. So I gave you a copy.
Give me a copy somewhere, I'm sure.
And the meetings are pushed up to 6 o'clock now.
6 o'clock.
Yes,
That's
so
what- that was the
really-
only
it's
question I
only,
had.
yeah, second and fourth Tuesday.
Okay.
And just, we've changed the time to 6 o'clock. If everything looks good, if you know holidays jump out at you or anything, then we can just vote on
Oh,
those.
it's right here.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
All right.
To adopt the budget schedule. We're missing a D there, I don't know if that matters, but the
Oh,
schedule.
no, so do the meetings.
No, this one.
Oh,
one
do I
right there.
have that one? Okay.
There you go.
I have to say them all?
No, just I will adopt the dates for meetings.
The dates for the
2026.
meetings for 2026 for the Board of Selectmen.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any other discussion? All right, and again, they're all moved to 6 o'clock, and that's fine with you guys?
Yes, yeah, that's better.
Okay, then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so I was talking to Dwayne last week, I guess, and we were just talking about some ideas for, and just wanted to give a good shout out to the DPW. People have seen them out and about, and I reached out to Eric just to get some, or DPW director, just to get some like little updates. We've already had 3 events, so the town has been out in full force. I know Sunday night, the guys started probably late Saturday and worked until I think 5 o'clock. They finally said they were heading home, so long day, and the streets looked great. A lot of kind of positive feedback. He said the oil shed, the tank will be put in next week, and then it'll be operational. So that's been a process up there, but it's coming along. And, excuse me, paving bids, probably we'll start talking about spring paving in February. So, and then I also just wanted to give a shout out. I got a really great email today from somebody who works Deep River Ambulance. And there was an unfortunate call on Sunday with a small child that was choking. The ambulance was able to go up the driveway and tend to the patient, and then they were kind of stuck in the driveway because of the ice. So they made a call to the fire marshal, who immediately got the DPW over there, and the guys showed up, plowed the driveway, sanded and salted, and the ambulance was able to, proceed out of the driveway. Got to Yale, the child is fine.
Good.
But the ambulance driver said, you just got to give a shout out to your crew.
Yeah, that's
Because
amazing.
it was so amazing to be able to help save this child and get him to the hospital. So, you know, we all need wonderful stories like this, especially this time of year. So, great small town we have, you know. So. Okay, let's see, school budget workshops. So we just really want to stress to everyone, and I know the selectmen, we've talked about this, Cynthia was on board of finance, so very aware, but you know, the school budget takes so much of our taxpayer dollars, goes into the school budget. And we really want the community to realize that it's starting this week, you know, and so when we start our budget more on the town level in March or late February, a lot of our numbers are already established from the school. So it's really important for the residents to get out and show up at the meetings, speak when it's audience of citizens, show the board what, excuse me, how important it is to keep the cost down, even though we support a wonderful education and we want to support the teachers and the staff, but we really got to cut where we can. So I just wanted to make you aware, the Board of Finance Chair actually put together all the budget workshops. There are literally 20 workshops because the Board of Ed Supervision District starts meeting this week, the 18th, so Thursday night. They have 3 workshops. Then they have a public meeting at the end of January, and once that budget is locked in, it pretty much, I mean, it can be reopened down the road, but typically that does not happen. So it's very important that we get out and, you know, let your voice be heard. Then we have our Regional Board of Ed. They start meeting, their first workshop is the 27th of January. And they meet for three meetings, and then they vote March 5th. So again, once these budgets are sort of getting locked in, then when we get to the Board of Ed budget for our local DRES, we vote on ours on the 17th, or no, excuse me, they vote on the 19th of March. So again, by then, we've already seen what the numbers look like, and we're kind of squeezing, and a lot of times our local budget, well, typically, the local elementary school budget is the one that really gets squeezed. So these are all on the Region 4 website. You have to dig a little bit. It's not a really user-friendly website, but I will start putting these in my newsletter every week, like, please come out, let your voice be heard, and get to know the process. You know, maybe nothing will happen if you're there, but again, you'll get to know what's going on. There's a lot of moving parts, 5 different schools or 5 different boards. Dwayne was on the Board of Ed for how many years?
14.
14 years. So it's a very complex thing, and it's very hard to describe what each of these does, but they all get piled together, and then it, you know, affects our budget. So that's what I wanted to say. But you guys can both add things because you both have equal experience there. You know,
It's important to go and voice your opinion. You know, if not voice your opinion, learn the process. It's a very complex process. It's not just making a couple budget meetings, because it all starts with the supervision budget.
yeah. And your Board of Ed people that you've elected, these Board of Ed people to the regional and the Deep River Elementary, and so, you know, if they're your neighbor, you see them at school drop-off or something, please feel free to engage them in the conversation and say, you really got to help us keep our costs down. You know, like, tell them that you're really thinking about it, because that's your voice up there on the board. So if you can't go to the meeting, they have a Zoom component a lot of times, so you can just sit at home if you want to attend that way. But then you can also write to your representative, and they can bring your voice there, you know. So again, there's ways to have your voice be heard. So
Where are the meetings?
meetings are usually at John Winthrop in
Okay.
the library. So,
Well, the elementary school will be over.
oh yeah, the elementary school
For the-
board meets here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. The
But the
rest.
Region 4 and supervision is at central office.
Okay. Yep. So as we put the times and so forth, so everybody knows.
Yeah,
And
and
the
it's
social,
usually 6 o'clock again. Yeah.
by the time it gets to the Board of Finance, it's done, so it is great that they have the information to get out there
Yeah.
and get to these.
But it's a very important part of our town. I mean, it takes up almost 72% of our town budget, which I support education 100%, but we have to keep it in check. It only leaves us 28% to run the rest of the town, and it gets very tough.
Yes, it does. But you're right, so it's good to get in, at least understand the process or get educated about the process because it's very complex. Okay, school consolidation task forces. So the task forces, we have come up with 4, and we've been meeting about this consolidation. There's going to be a governance task force, school consolidation and grade configuration, finance, and teaching and learning. So I've put in the newsletter a few times, we're looking for people. I have had at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 people step up. And what they would like to do is have, I gave you both this is who is on there so far. So for governance for Deep River, we have Kyra Beta, who is from Deep River Elementary School Board of Ed right now. And Bob Ferretti, he's also represents Deep River Elementary School Board of Ed. So that's governance. Then they would like a Deep River official on there and somebody from Deep River Board of Finance, ultimately. But we also have some residents who have stepped up. We have Scott Connor, who would like to be finance or governance. Tracy Shiring, who's a teaching or learning. That's that other one. And Jackie Calamari, governance or consolidation. And then Marianne Rossi Ondosky, she's a teacher or a retired teacher, and she'd like to be on the teaching and learning. So I was thinking as the 3 selectmen, maybe we each take governance, consolidation, or finance. We can attend all of them if we'd like, or like at least one of us would be like the point person as the town official on those. But we don't have to decide right now because you can kind of read about what's involved. But so I would like to appoint these, and the other selectmen just appointed from there, the other first selectmen just appointed, they didn't vote on it. But again, we can talk about it and vote on it maybe next Tuesday if you all want to think about it. But again, these are the people I'd come up with. And then now, just so the town knows, excuse me, because I read the governance. So consolidation right now for representing Deep River, we have Melissa McIntyre. We have
Rick Daniels.
Carrie McLean for Region 4.
And
Rick Daniels as Region 4 Board of Ed. So those are our 2 Region 4 Board of Ed. Then Melissa McIntyre is Deep River Elementary School?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And so Chester has now put more people on there. So let's go to finance now. Representing Deep River, we have Rob Palumbo, Deep River Board of Ed. Kevin Harris, Deep River Board of Ed. And it doesn't look like we have anybody from Region 4 on that one for Deep River. But again, there are people from Region 4 Board of Ed on that. Teaching and learning right now from Deep River, we have Allison Whalen and we have Suzanne Such. And they both are on Deep River Board of Ed. So there is room to add more people to represent Deep River, as you see. This is just kind of the preliminary, what they had come up with to evenly represent all the communities, the 3 towns. So if you guys would like to talk about this more, and you can hear my 4 people right now that have stepped up, but
If there's an open spot, I'll take the finance.
you want to be on finance?
Unless there's someone else that wants it.
Oh, no, because Deep River official, so you could be, well, maybe we put, well, Jackie doesn't want to be on finance.
I thought Jackie wanted to be on governance.
She wants to be governance or
Consolidation.
consolidation. But we can put you in finance, Drew. And Cynthia, since you're just seeing this, if you don't know yet, that's fine, you can let me know.
No, I don't.
Because we have to send these up to Jen Bryan at Region 4 by, I think they wanted them by the 19th or the 20th.
Oh, I can email you tomorrow. By
Yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah.
I'll send you something.
So, and they're going to meet, the meetings are scheduled on the first page. We have, like, school consolidation is going to meet on January 7th, governance on the 12th. So they scheduled all, like, the first meetings here, so, yeah.
Perfect, okay.
So nothing, if you decide next week, if you want to tell me next week or something, then you're not going to miss the meeting. It hasn't been.
Right, okay.
Okay, so if any residents, we just wanted to put that out there. there's any other residents out there interested, please email.
It's gonna be a conflict here. If I take finance, because we have a meeting on the 24th, and we have a meeting on the 24th.
Okay. Well, maybe when it comes late in February, we'll do that. I noticed some of the Board of Ed
Yeah.
meetings do always get scheduled on selection nights or meetings. And
Because they want a Board of Finance person also, and that's a Board of Finance meeting.
okay. I guess there's only so many days in the week, but I do always think, well, I can't be in two places.
Yeah.
Do they do that on purpose so we don't show up? No, I can't think of that. You don't have to put that in there. But yeah, so a lot of meetings, and again, even if you're not an official member of any of these boards, they're all open to the public, of course. You go to any meeting, and I'm sure they're always going to have an audience of citizens session during the meeting that you'll be able to, again, voice your concerns, your comments, your ideas, you know. It's a long process. So,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay, all boards and commission meeting to be held in January 2026. We held one of these last year, remember? And it was very successful, well-received, good feedback. So we're going to invite all boards and commission members, whoever wants to come, and we're going to try to at least get the chair people, maybe the secretaries, you know, so that we can present how to take minutes, how to file minutes. We'll have somebody from the Freedom of Information Office here, and then our town clerk will do a presentation as well. I think last year we were here for, I think it was almost an hour and a half. It was kind of but it was a lot of great information. All the committees that were here, we went around the room. I think everybody shared some of their, what was coming up in the year for them, if they had something planned. And so thank you for that great feedback. We decided to do it again. And I believe the date is the last week of January, but I will confirm that at next week's meeting. The town clerk was already gone, so I didn't grab that. But I think it's going to be like on Monday or Tuesday. So. And again, that'll be open to the public as well if anybody wants to learn about how to run a meeting and what's involved with running a meeting, filing minutes, and that sort of thing. So, okay, the year in review, I didn't realize we had one more meeting before the end of the year, so I think we can table that and we can talk about it next week, if that's okay with everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think, do we have to take a vote to table?
I'll make a motion to table number 12, year in review, till
Okay.
next week.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
And you had mentioned before, Dwayne, we do have a town meeting tomorrow evening, Wednesday, 12/17 at 6 p.m. here. We'll try to meet upstairs in the auditorium, unless we don't have a big crowd, then we'll just be here. But that is to vote in people for the Community Health Committee. The Board of Selectmen, we approved them moving forward, but those three committees, that's one of three committees, Community Health, is it Zoning Board of Appeals?
Zoning Board of Appeals.
And then Planning and Zoning.
Planning and Zoning.
All have to go to a town meeting even for reappointments. So those are on the agenda for tomorrow night. What else is on the agenda? Isn't there one
I thought there
other
was
thing?
something finance, wasn't there? I forgot.
Oh, yes. It's to, we're going to talk about, the Park and Rec has proposed a before and after school program. And so
That's right.
it's proposed to be self-funding, but because there's going to be some withdrawals or expenditures taken out of the budget that weren't budgeted for, the finance director would like just the town to know about that. And then when parents are paying the registration fees, it should all zero out and actually become profitable, but we're going to call it a self-funding program. So that was one. And then also the WPCA has offered to fund a position for the finance department. That would be, their main focus would be doing WPCA financials. And that person would report to Paula, our finance director here, and would be working out of this office. So that'll be on the town meeting tomorrow night too, just because it's a new position. It'll give us a chance to tell the public that Again, it's a new position, but it'll be funded by WPCA, so it won't cost taxpayers
Taxpayers.
money. Yeah. So please plan to attend, 6 PM tomorrow. Okay, audience of citizens. We don't have any, so.
Yeah, well,
Oh, now you do. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Yeah?
Donna McGrone, 57 Village Street. You were mentioning about the task force for Region 4. It would be helpful, I looked on their website, and as you said, their website is not super easy to navigate.
Yeah.
It would be helpful, either in a newsletter or just on the main page for the Deep River to post a link to where the dates are posted, so that people will be able to easily access if they're not on the committees.
Okay, good idea. I actually did, I think, put that in my newsletter last week. Well, I always try to link to Region 4, but I don't know if I'm helping people, because when you get there,
Yeah, sometime you get there and
it's very frustrating to.
it's not a great website.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anyone else? I just had a couple little things that I didn't put a little selectman report, but, you know, Cynthia thought it would be a great idea to just, again, say we have a lot of vacancies on boards and commissions, so please get involved. Our community is run by, you know, on the backbones of all our volunteers, you know. Look at the holiday stroll that just happened, right? Like, it's all pretty much volunteers. But we do have a lot of different openings, so if your thing is, you know, environmental, like a sustainable committee, transfer station, park and rec needs help. There's probably openings now on different committees, you know, like WPCA.
Planning and zoning.
Who's on the board, planning and zoning. I don't know if the other zoning board of appeals and stuff, but design advisory always could use help. If you have a good eye for that, you know, design and how things, you want things to look in downtown, but they kind of review all the zoning or applications that come in if it's a downtown area, you know, for what the sign should look like or the paint colors and stuff like that. So very helpful. And then Park and Rec, Kaylee just asked me to mention that she's posted a job opening for the camp director for 2026 camp, for summer camp. So if you are anyone that would like that position, or you know of somebody, you know, a teachers are just great, and you know, they love kids, and then they have the summer off, so it's a very nice way to have them stay involved. But again, so if you can spread the word for us, that would be great. But that is posted on the website, so if somebody's interested, have them go on there. And I think that's all I have. You guys have anything else?
No, thank you.
No? Okay. All right, then I need a motion to adjourn at 6:58.
Motion to adjourn.
All right.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Thank you, folks.